Students, I thought it would be useful for you to see how I evaluate the cover letters. And so I'm looking at two cover letters that are found in the job search documents. And both of those are written by Brian Metzmeyer, a previous student at Purdue University. And I'm going to look at these cover letters in light of the criteria set up in the job search documents. So let's start. Here's the first cover letter, as you'll see in the job search documents. You'll see it's in modified block format with return address and date slightly right of center. And here's the person receiving, Joseph Kinsel. Dear Mr. Kinsel, and if we just read through this, I'm applying for the job you recently advertised. I can offer my knowledge in the areas necessary for the position as well as in related areas. And then next paragraph, my work towards a Bachelor of Science degree at Purdue University has provided me with knowledge that is ideal for projects such as those at your company. I also can offer my knowledge and experience in other areas. This extensive knowledge, I believe, makes me an ideal, if not perfect, candidate for the position you have open. My studies at Purdue University have allowed me to become qualified in three important areas. The qualifying certificates I have obtained will make me an extremely valuable addition to your staff. This knowledge could be applied in the many projects now underway at your company. I would like to meet with you to discuss your organization, my qualifications. I can be reached at the above address, and I look forward to speaking with you. Again, I believe that I'm perfectly suited for the position you have open and believe that my services would greatly improve the quality of work at your company. Thank you for your time and consideration. Okay, this is a first version. That's the actual first version. Let's go to some of the criteria about cover letters to see how well it works. Okay, here in the job search document it says, this is what I'm looking for in the introduction. Which position interests you? Why do you seek that? And how did you learn about the position? If we go here, he doesn't explain which position interests him. It's very important to write the exact job title because they need to know exactly what you are trying to apply for. And you don't really know why he wants the job. I can offer my knowledge. That's too general. And it doesn't explain in his introductory paragraph where he found out about the job. It's important to tell the audience where he found out about it. It could be through an online internet search or through a company advertisement or through a friend. And they need to know the base upon which you are writing your cover letter. So this introduction does not meet the criteria. Then if we go to the body paragraphs, the body should be detailed. They should communicate a sense of pride without giving the impression that you're boastful, conceited. Be assertive but not aggressive. Okay. Here I want choose your diction to emphasize that you are a good match for the company rather than a godsend. I want to go back to the metaphor of show and tell. Some of you remember in grade school when you could bring something to school and you could show and tell. I want you to think about your resume. You need to show why you fit rather than tell why you fit. So you need to use evidence to demonstrate why you fit rather than telling people that you fit. And he is awful in this. He is a godsend. He perfectly matches. He's going to completely change. Or what was it? I will greatly improve the quality of work. I can be extremely valuable. I'm a perfect candidate. He tells Kinsel he is suited for the job. He does not show him. And that's in the first one. So we'll see in the second version how he improves this. But his ego is too big here. No one's perfect. Everyone has flaws, and and all companies try to make the best of the situation. No one is extremely valuable, especially a first-year job candidate. No one can greatly improve the quality of work. Hopefully you can contribute just a little bit to what's going on. So those body paragraphs have a big problem there. He does have good topic sentences, Each paragraph is limited to one general point. That's good. But he does not support a topic sentence with evidence. A claim or simply telling the reader that you are qualified does not constitute evidence. And this is where I want you to show, not tell. Somewhere in each paragraph, relate what you're writing about to the job or company. If we were to go back to this, this does read like a form letter. He could change the address up here, and he could send this to anywhere. And that's what he does not connect to the company. He does not show that he knows what they're doing. He does not show that how he thinks he can actually work with them because he knows what's going on. So it fails a great deal there. Either here or in the conclusion, refer to your resume. Does he? I'm trying to remember if he does that. Yes, I think he does. Actually, after looking at this, no, he doesn't in this one. Okay. Let's now look at the conclusion. Request an interview, and then let's see. Shoot, excuse me. Request an interview, indicate when you'll be available, provide contact information, and end courteously. He does do that, except for he has to put in again that he's perfectly suited, can greatly improve the quality of work. He actually is suited quite well, but he tells a lot instead of showing. Okay. This was his first version. Now, he wrote another draft, and if you look, this next draft is not much longer, but it's much, much better. Okay, here I'm applying for the mechanical technologist position advertised in the CPC annual. This is, he has the exact title, and I would use exact job title. Metzmeyer probably could have initial capped this, so initial capping it, drawing on actually the title that he saw in the CPC annual. And he can offer Boeing his knowledge in avionics, aircraft electrical systems, along with a strong background in non-destructive testing and advanced composites. He explains why he wants the job. Next, my work towards a Bachelor of Science degree in aviation technology with an emphasis in avionics is ideal for projects like Boeing's remanufacturing of older Chinook helicopters or in the design of the fly-by-wire systems. I can also offer my knowledge of advanced composites to the design of the Boeing 360 or to the manufacturing of composite parts of Boeing jet transports. Here he connects, he does two things at once. Instead of telling the company that he's a perfect fit, he shows how he can work there and what he could contribute, and in so doing he connects to the company. A lot of the conceit and the ego, the tone is greatly reduced, but the effect is greatly enhanced. The ego's not there. He's not saying he's perfect, but you can tell he knows what's going on and he knows that he can contribute. You'll see this in the second body paragraph. My studies at Purdue University have allowed me to become level 1 qualified in 3 non-destructive test areas. The qualifying certificates I have obtained are in the areas of eddy current, magnetic particle, and liquid penetrant. This knowledge of NDT could be applied in the testing and development of many projects now underway at Boeing. I wish he would have listed a few more here, or listed the projects themselves, but it's a lot better. And next, I would like to meet with you to discuss your organization and my qualifications. I can be reached at the above address. Should be a comma there, and I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you for your time and consideration. Okay, so this is pretty much the same length, but instead of he shows instead of tells, and in so doing he connects to the company. He demonstrates what he can offer, and he really connects himself well to what's going on. Now, I've said it in the job search documents and other areas, you need to make sure that your cover letter is not simply a prose version of your resume. And what I mean by that is you don't just take your resume and you restate the points. In the job search document, I describe how the cover letter is a selection and a development of specific points. You will notice that if you were to see his resume, he has many more qualifications that make him fit, but he selected and developed those specific points. So if I were to grade the first one versus the second one, let's go through the Prios grading criteria. Purpose: would your cover letter convince an employer to grant you an interview? The first one would not have. Does it emphasize key elements of your resume by providing detailed explanations? It's way too general. Does it connect your experiences with the needs of the specific organization? The first one does not, but the second one does. Readers. The big thing here is, does it look or feel like a form letter? The first one, he could have rewritten the addressee, and that's all he would have changed, and he could have sent it out to any number of organizations. The second one is specifically tailored to Boeing, and he does that by connecting to what Boeing is doing and by showing how he could contribute to their ongoing projects. That's the key part of reader. Information. Now, there were key parts we talked about, the introduction, the body paragraph, conclusion. Does the introduction identify the specific job you're seeking, your reasons for seeking it, and where you found out about it? The first one does not, but the second one does. Do the body paragraphs show, not tell? The first one tells, and the second version shows. And do you have specific evidence, and do you have specific connections to the company? That's the information. Does a conclusion encourage but not demand an interview? Both of them are okay, but the second one is better because it doesn't sound as arrogant. Does the cover letter have an introduction, a body, and conclusion? Yes. The first one does, and so does the second. Organization. Does each body paragraph begin with a topic sentence and proceed to support the topic sentence with specific evidence? The organization in both cover letters is fine, but the second one is a little bit better because it has more specific evidence. But in terms of organization, both are fine. Style. Does the introduction have an enthusiastic tone? In the first one, yes, but the first one is too aggressive, too arrogant. I don't know if the arrogance makes it feel not very courteous. The writing is clear in both, but the meaning is more evident in the second one. Is it concise yet detailed? The first one is too general. The tone is too arrogant. And then if you look, both letters are almost entirely free of grammar punctuation. There was a comma missing in both of them. Okay. So if I were to grade the first one would have probably gotten a D or a D plus. He would have miserably failed on purpose. Its readers would have been the worst grade. Readers' information would have been the worst grade on version number 1. Its purpose would have been, it would have failed, but wouldn't have been as bad as a reader's, because a reader's in version 1 is it's a form letter. Information in version 1 is almost non-existent in terms of the company. Organization and style were fine in version number 1. So in version number 1, I probably would have given purpose, I probably would have given it a 12. In readers, I would have given it a 5, and this is out of 20. Information, I would have given it a 5 out of 20. Organization, I probably would have given it 18 out of 20. And style, I would have given it a 15. So I guess we're looking at D plus, C minus. The second version is an A. The second version is excellent, and I'm not asking you to copy that form or exactly what he did, but the principles in the development from version 1 to version 2 are very important, because the principles tell you how to get the kind of development for the readers that makes sense and is much more compelling, that connects you to the job without being arrogant, and that shows that you can contribute, but you also understand who the audience is and your place in the organization. I hope this is helpful. Please post some comments if you have any questions, and thank you.